Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Alliance Block, or ALBT. You guys probably heard about Alliance Block in the past. I've made videos on it in the past. We were talking about this under 20 cents. And yeah, I mean, it has made significant gains in 2021, and I still am looking forward to seeing some major gains in 2022. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and I do greatly appreciate it. With all of that in mind, let's just jump in and let's talk about Alliance Block. So, as you guys are probably all aware, they are building out some incredible overall projects. They have so many good overall partnerships with many of, our other assets that we talk about on a day-to-day basis. Currently, we are up a little bit significantly. We are seeing a lot more trading volume coming into Alliance Block. I've always been talking about this, asset because of the specific use cases behind it. There's so much utility behind it. We are still very early. In terms of the 3-month span, the holders tabs have been kind of sitting stable. I mean, nothing has changed too much. I mean, we came from like about 16,000.1K, total addresses to down to like 15.7, and now we're just kind of ranging on. But, I don't focus too much on the holders tab. I think that we are, still very early because we are only at about 15.6K total addresses holding, and not a lot of people are actually really talking about this. If we go back to the summertime, pretty much this is when I really started to talk about ALBT. This is pretty much down at about like 20 cents. We wicked a little bit below 20 cents, but this is around the point where I really started talking to you guys about Alliance Block. And since then, we have made significant traction. We hit about $1.20, and then of course we came back down, retested about 50 cents, and now we're pretty much trading at around 72 cents. But I really want to talk to you guys about some specific use cases behind this, as well as some major updates that we still have yet to expect. And I want to talk to you guys first about the price chart. So we are seeing a lot of volume flowing in. That is not going to be disregarded at all, because this is the most amount of volume that we've seen since back in pretty much December 6th, when we were pretty much trading around this point. But I want to say the volume right now is really good from overall the price structure that we're in currently. The RSI is looking really good here at about 62.49, not too overbought at all. I don't really, claim that we are until we're at least over 70. So I think that this has a little bit more left in it, and I really want to see us regain this, top bar here, which is pretty much the demand going all the way back to August. Before we did break out to pretty much test about $1.40 up here. Of course, on a lot of exchanges, it's a little bit different. This is on KuCoin, so it's going to be a little bit different, and this is with USDT. Of course, you could pretty much check out other ones if you want, whatever pretty much helps you the most. A lot of these are a little bit different, though. Like I said, $1.50 is on this one. It's all different here and there. I like to use the USDT one, though, from KuCoin. It has a little bit better of a structure to it, but overall, it's still pretty much the same. And we are still seeing a lot of price appreciation happening currently, especially testing off of those bottom, zones of about 42 cents, which is also, a major resistance level going all the way back to about July. So, we have been looking pretty strong. Price structure is looking pretty good. I haven't looked at the Bitcoin price chart here in a while, but we could check that out real quick. So again, RSI is a little bit overbought on this one, so I will play with caution on the Bitcoin price chart. We're not seeing a ton of volume flowing in here for this major breakout to actually be fully 100% valid. We are hitting a little bit of resistance levels going back to November 4th and November 5th. So just play a little bit with caution. Just kind of ease into this if you were looking to trade it. But of course, this is more so of a buy and HODL coin, similar to Q&T, like I've said in the past. But overall, let's jump on and let's talk more so about some major updates that are going to be happening for Alliance Block. So first off, we just hear, welcome to the financial infrastructure of 2022. ALBT is going to hit double figures this year at minimum. It's the Luna of the new year. And Honestly, when we're talking more so about what Alliance Block really is, a lot of individuals are saying here, beyond me, why AOBT is not a $40 plus asset already. We even see Agreed. They built the foundation without pumping marketing like some other projects. They're in it for the long-term sustainable growth. Traditional finance wouldn't trust something that pumped 100x off of speculation. Honestly, they have not marketed Alliance Block much at all. For anybody who is listening to this who isn't in Alliance Block, and you might be wondering, well, what the heck is it? It's probably because you are still very early into Alliance Block. Not a lot of individuals are talking about it. Not a lot of YouTubers have talked about it. When I first started talking about it, it was back in the summertime. There was only a few individuals out there that even knew about Alliance Block at that time. And I'm not saying that I was extremely early or anything like that. I'm just saying, pretty much when I found it, it was similar to Q&T. And of course, these are the major overall updates that we're still waiting for to happen, or I shouldn't say waiting for it to happen, but expecting to really kind of grow in 2022. First off, decentralized exchanges. We know that they are pretty much extremely valuable currently in this market. Trustless Know Your Customer and KYT as well enables compliant mainstream adoption. The bridge creates interoperability. Funders supports peer-to-peer funding, which we just seen Funders actually go live, I want to say. I will be talking more so about that announcement here shortly. And then also the wallets provides proper custody infrastructure to securely onboard retail customers and institutions ready for 2022. And then, of course, liquidity mining as a service, or LMAS. So there has been a lot of things, to really kind of talk about in terms of Alliance Block's utility, because it's very rare to see something like Alliance Block that's very cheap, I mind you, at $167.7 million market cap, that is providing the immense amount of utility and use cases that it's already providing. We also see here, Q1 upcoming, right? Decentralized Exchange v1.2 cross-chain swap, funders on Polkadot, cross-borders regulatory engine, and then of course Decentralized Exchange v2 cross-chain liquidity optimizer. There's been so many updates already, and now we're looking on into Q1 of 2022 as well as Q2 of 2022. And I just want you guys to understand that the roadmap was absolutely insane for 2021, and also, even going all the way back to just recently, Q4 of 2021 was incredible for Alliance Block, but now we're looking forward to seeing some incredible overall things coming to this. First off, we see Funders DAO launch. We see, a lot more things happening with the decentralized exchanges. We see data nodes, institutional DeFi offering as well. There's going to be a lot more coming to the Alliance Block ecosystem, and we even see onboarding more traditional finance clients as well. Guys, I already told you guys about a lot of their overall partnerships. The biggest one that stands out to me to date still, and I honestly can't even believe that people are overlooking this, is the London Stock Exchange. They are partnered with the London Stock Exchange, and you can read more about this. It is providing institutional members the ability to have direct market access to Alliance Block. The partner platform supports Alliance Block to provide innovative applications and services to financial markets. This is a huge partnership, but also we've always talked about the other partnerships that they have, like for example with Quant. I told you guys about Quant as well. Incredible overall project, and like I said, it's been partnered with a lot of my other assets that I hold, like Hedera Hashgraph, Unison as well, Energy Web Token, Polygon, a lot of these other assets that I've told you guys about, even Unido as well. So it was a no-brainer for me to get into Alliance Block back in the summer, and I think it's still extremely undervalued, even if you are looking at the long-term growth. If we're going all the way back, let's just go back a year, right? Let's go to those summer lows. We're really not that far off at all. So in my mind, I think that this is still at a fairly good buy point. Now, of course, I'm not going to say go ahead and just jump in because it's up 11.77%. You might be able to get it on a little bit of a dip, but I'm just saying we still have a lot of things left to have unveiled for Alliance Block. We do see, in case you missed it, our peer-to-peer funding protocol is live on testnets of 5 major blockchains. So this is what I was talking about with Funders. So it actually just went live on the testnets. But we do see decentralized P2P funding protocol testnet on 5 major blockchain networks, mint reputation tokens to use on the mainnet. And this is going to be going live in 2022. I'm so excited for this project in 2022 because we've been looking at a lot of DeFi, assets, and I do think that DeFi is going to continue to grow, especially in 2022. In fact, we do see here DeFi trends in 2022, growing interest, regulation, and new roles for DAOs, decentralized exchanges, NFTs, and gaming. And, I think that DeFi definitely is going to explode in 2022. I think that, a lot of individuals were kind of getting warmed up to, DeFi, especially in terms of NFTs and stuff like that. But I do think that, right now, Alliance Block is well positioned to really disrupt the space in 2022. And we do see people started looking at alternative options to going into a bank branch to get loans. A tectonic shift is expected in how we reshape the DeFi industry to better meet the expectations of investors and regulators. DAOs might be even more involved in DeFi next year. We might see some new NFT-related trading pairs and yield-bearing products in 2022. A smooth integration of DeFi and blockchain-based games is estimated also. We may witness increasing interoperability between decentralized exchanges next year as well. So the growth is going to continue, and we do see here as more traditional banking and financial services institutions realize that they can grow faster and serve more clients more efficiently, by adopting some DeFi principles, we expect to see wider adoption and continued growth in DeFi. And like I said, this is coming from also Alliance Block. We're seeing here, one of these is Alliance Block CEO and co-founder Rashid Aya, I hope that I said that name right. I honestly probably butchered it, but who affirms that his own personal experience indicates that traditional players and institutional entities are increasingly interested in gaining access to DeFi. We even see a survey from Core Data recently showed that 7 in 10 wealth advisors had spoken to clients about crypto assets, while a Goldman Sachs survey showed that roughly 15% of family offices worldwide have some exposure to crypto, something that would not have been the case a few years ago. So we are seeing a lot more. First off, we're talking more so about regulations here, but we're seeing a lot more of a shift into the DeFi, sector, and a lot more adoption happening here as well. And I do truly believe that Alliance Block is set to take over in 2022 in terms of a leading name. And I think a lot of individuals are really going to see a lot of value unlocked within Alliance Block. But this sitting at number 342 tells me that we have a lot more growth left in store. Real quick, I just want you guys to see. So let's actually go to coin perspective real quick. I just want to see what we would be at if we hit the top 100, because I think that that's a safe place for us. I think that we will essentially see, a top 100 list for us eventually. So let's actually go down to the top 100 here to see where we would be at in price. So we'd actually be at almost $4 if we hit the top 100 at a $1.3 billion market cap, or an upside of 440%. But I don't see this, being less than at least a 50, asset, $10.61 at a 14x. I think that this has a lot more upside potential than that, but of course that's just me being a little bit more conservative. We've been seeing a lot of releases happening with the LMAS v2.1 as well. This liquidity mining service is fairly interesting, especially in terms of DeFi. Like I said, they're well positioned in the DeFi space to really disrupt it. Of course, they have other use cases as well, but this is truly the bridge between traditional finance and the DeFi space, and there's so much more to it than that, because to really understand this value, right, just look at this, right, because this is the best way to look at this ecosystem to truly see the major bridges that Alliance Block is pretty much putting up between major money. I mean, this is massive amounts of money. We're talking credit unions, pension funds, all the way up to private banks, investment banks, wealth managers, and all that. So, really understand how big Alliance Block will be in time. I know that a lot of people in this market are kind of waiting for those quick gains. They want like 100x overnight. But really, in my mind, Alliance Block definitely is a 100x asset at scale, and I do think that we're going to see a lot of gains happening this year for Alliance Block. If we're looking at Luna, if we're looking at gains like Luna, that's 133x right there alone. But of course, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and say, yeah, we could probably see the top 50 this year alone, but that's just me being a conservative individual and saying, hey, wait to see this happen first. I'd like to see us actually hold over at least $1.50 at least until we get to the real hopium points. But of course, in my mind, I do think that Alliance Block is a massive giant in the making, and I do think that it has an incredible year ahead of it this year. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.